Yeah.
Okay.
Folder name, balance also will be private. Mm.
So I'm just repeating it. So in line number 2, whatever you have, bank account is the class name, and after that, whatever the curly brace start,
Mm.
from there actually your class is starting.
Mm.
From there to line number 14,
Mm.
whatever the curly brace closing, in between whatever you are writing will
Yeah.
be related to the bank account,
Yeah.
bank account class.
Mm.
Then all the attributes should be private,
Okay.
and after that you can write a constructor. Constructor should always be public,
Hmm.
and constructor name should be same as your class name,
Class name.
yeah, including case,
No return type.
yeah, no return type, and your class name should be same as your, sorry, your constructor name is same as your class name including case, including small letters, capital letters.
Okay.
Okay.
Public
And there are
blank.
two types of constructors. One is default constructor and one is non-default constructor. Default constructor means actually if you don't write the constructor, Java will
Hmm.
write the constructor for you.
Okay.
That is called as default constructor. And if you write a constructor, that is called as non-default constructor.
Non-default constructor.
Okay. And by
Yeah.
when Java is writing a default constructor, it won't take any parameters. Okay.
Okay.
So it's a
So each
non-parameterized.
class. Okay. Every class has a constructor, right?
Every class has
Like
constructor. Either you write or you don't write, there will be a constructor.
okay.
If you don't write, then Java will write for you.
Okay.
Okay.
Hmm.
So, but now let us write the constructor. So we are using a non-default constructor. So write a constructor. You have written a constructor.
Yeah.
If you don't send any input
Hmm.
parameters into those brackets, then it is called as
Yeah.
non-parameterized constructor.
Okay.
But if you send the parameters, then it is called as parameterized constructor.
Okay.
You will definitely get confused between the default constructor and parameterized constructor during your interviews. Okay,
Uh-huh.
so default is
Yeah.
what is written by Java, and the default
Yeah.
constructor is always non-parameterized.
Not parameterized. Yeah.
Yeah. Whereas non-default parameter, which non-default constructor which we write, can be
Yeah.
parameterized or non-parameterized.
Not parameterized. Yeah.
Now let us write a parameterized, which means you have to send the parameters.
Okay. Uh, int. Mm, this will go. Okay. So here is my constructor.
Starting from which bracket to and ending to which bracket, which braces?
Constructor starting from line number 8
Yeah,
to line number 11.
yeah. Whatever you write in between, that will
Yeah.
be constructor.
Yeah. I'll just put one
And
I'll watch your video, but just for my
Yeah,
understanding.
you can even write it on a paper if you want. The same thing.
Yeah. Okay. Next.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then inside the constructor, we normally whatever we get, we put it into the existing values, which is your attributes. Okay. So this dot
Hmm.
account number equal to account number. This dot means your attributes. Whereas after equal to, you should use whatever the parameters you are getting, which is equal to ACCNU. Hello. Now whatever you are getting from as a parameter, you should assign that ACCNU.
Okay, not this one, but this one.
Yeah, equal to AC, instead of 111, it should be ACCNU.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not the actual value.
Yeah, because if you assign some number here, your class is
Huh.
not an object. From one class, you can create multiple objects. Okay,
Yes. So what is this thing called as?
that is
Is
assignment.
that
Assignment.
assign?
You are assigning values, whatever the values you are getting from outside, you are assigning those values to your attributes. You can say assigning of input parameters to attributes.
Your voice is breaking. I don't know. It's my internet or your
Your
internet, but
internet actually, you got dropped and connected in between.
oh, okay. This dot folder name is equal to folder name. This dot balance is equal to okay. Hello.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. I thought I again
No,
disconnected.
no.
Yeah.
Actually, even if you don't use this for line number 9 and 11, it's okay. But for line number 10, you have to use this, because if you see the attribute name and input parameter, if those both are same, then you have to specify this to make it understand properly.
Yeah. But they both are same for so if they are same, then I must write it.
Yeah.
If it's
If both
different,
are
then still
different,
okay,
then
right?
it's easy. It can even understand on itself.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this is my attribute. attribute name.
Yes.
And here what I'm writing like ACCNU and BAL,
Those are all
that is my parameter.
Yeah, input parameters.
Input, right?
Input parameters.
Okay.
Okay. So that's enough.
Yeah.
You just press Command D. You remove all those empty lines. We don't need all those empty. Command D. It will delete all those. One more time. Yeah, sufficient. Okay. So after constructor, you have to write the methods.
Yeah.
So after constructor means after that curly brace.
After
Yeah.
this one. Yes.
Yeah. So you should always make sure that your constructor is aligned with your closing brace is aligned with your constructor. See, it is one letter before that, right? Curly brace. Yeah. So instead of using spaces, remove all the spaces in between and give a tab.
And how to remove all the spaces? Like Command D?
No, delete, backspace, delete. Go to the first, say delete. Or select from there, select from before that curly brace to the first of line number 13 and just say delete. Select it, say delete. Yeah, now give the tab.
And tab.
Yeah, that will automatically align instead of we visually aligning it.
Right, because this will be like one space here and there.
Yeah, correct.
Just
by default a tab is adjusted as 4 spaces. In Eclipse, by default tab is adjusted as 4 spaces.
Okay, 4 spaces.
4 spaces.
If I put one more tab, then it will go to total 8 spaces.
Yeah, that will be aligned with this dot balance.
This one, yeah.
Okay. In the next line, let us write a method.
Yeah.
What methods do you have? No, you have to give the space now.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it.
Method will be deposit, withdrawal, and
all the methods should be public.
Public.
Okay. And think of return types for those methods and write the methods.
Public void, no void, double.
So deposit should be void only, right?
Deposit won't return anything, right?
Yeah, it won't return.
Public void deposit, and then public void deposit. What will it do?
But if you just go and say deposit, you have to tell how much amount you have to deposit, right?
Yeah, like integer or double, like that, right?
Yeah.
Balance plus. No.
How much amount you have to deposit, that you have to tell to them, right? So there should be input parameter.
Yeah, that will be double.
Yeah, it will be double.
Double.
Right. Some
balance.
The integer. Not balance. Balance is already there. You don't tell the balance to deposit. You give some amount and ask to deposit.
Yeah. Integer amount.
Your wish. If the bank allows 50 paise and all, you can use double also.
Yeah. No, but I'll just put integer.
Yeah, that's a
Let's not do.
yeah.
Yeah. uh, Amount. Okay. And deposit is equal to balance plus amount. Why it's showing me? Mm,
What is meant by deposit equal to balance plus amount? You are adding
deposit
the
will be
amount to the
balance.
balance, and it will become the new balance, right?
Yeah.
What is deposit?
That's the method, right? I was like, this method is equal to balance plus amount.
No,
Like in maths, it's just this. Balance plus amount is deposit.
no,
And
no.
it will take,
Balance plus amount you have added, but you should put that into another variable, right?
yeah, double.
It should be no, no. It should be balance equal to. It should be balance equal to balance plus amount. Hello.
Huh.
It should be balance equal to balance plus amount. The new balance equal to the old balance plus amount, right?
Yeah. Balance is equal to balance plus amount. New balance is equal to old balance plus whatever amount deposited.
Yeah. You write for withdraw also. So from where to where your deposit method is there?
From 14 to 17.
Yeah. You write another method which should be outside this method, right?
Yeah. Mm, public void withdrawal. Withdrawal can be double, but let's put int only. Int amount. Balance is equal to withdraw balance minus amount, and public double get balance. Get balance will be no, this will be int.
Will you tell anything when you are asking for balance?
Hmm?
Will you tell anything for asking a balance?
No,
Then why you are passing int inside that? Will you say tell me by
because
balance?
we have.
Will you just ask for balance or will you say tell me by balance 500?
I'll ask for balance, right?
Yeah, you don't tell anything, right? Other than that.
Yeah,
So it should not
yeah.
have any parameters.
Yes. I'll just ask what is my balance. I don't give what integer I have. That's why I don't put parameter, right?
Yeah, it should be only brackets, nothing inside that.
This is what you enter when you have to execute this method.
Correct.
This is like I'm not putting anything in, like I'm just asking. So there is
Yeah.
nothing to put in, okay?
Yes.
Okay, so the balance will be, what will be the balance?
You are not changing any balance here, right? When you are asking for balance, it will just give
Yeah,
value balance.
yeah, what is existing balance? It will just print, right?
No, it won't print. You said it should return double, right?
Yeah,
So it should be
I am putting,
return balance.
yeah, return balance. And this sys out you told me, I think I have to configure something with that. See, sys out, then tab, space. Nothing works.
After return, you cannot do anything.
Before that only I have to
No,
print
no,
it,
you should not print.
right?
You will only return. You are not going to print.
Then if I want to return I want to print the balance, then that line should go after return or before return.
In the main method, you call it and print.
Oh yeah, this is not our main method, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Save this and create another class.
Yes. Okay. Okay. Um, what should I name this? Bank. Bank account. Main. Mm, okay. What will I write here in main method?
You have to create the bank account object.
Okay. Bank account object. What I did.
So why do we call Java as object-oriented program? Is because in Java everything is, so that methods will not be there. Okay, I'm telling, right. Okay. The explanation is why it is called as object-oriented program, because everything in Java we consider them as objects. Okay,
Okay.
everything. Okay. Then there will be another question: why Java is not purely object-oriented program? Because int is not an object, double is not an object. These are called as primitives. Okay, that's a different topic. But why Java is called as object-oriented program? Because everything in Java is an object. Okay, on Java you can call method, but method is not an object. Correct?
Yeah.
Constructor is not a object. What is an object is whatever you create out of class is an object. Okay. So if you want to build a home, will you first plan for it or will you directly build a home?
And plan for it.
Plan for it. What will be there in the plan?
That what I want to construct, where I want to construct, and how I want to construct.
Means how many rooms you should have, what is the
Yeah.
area, what is the build area, right?
Yes.
Or will it have electricity bill and will it have house number, all those things?
Mm, no.
No.
It
Before
will
building
have,
the
but
house,
not in planning.
sorry?
It will have, but not in planning stage.
Yeah, it won't have in the planning stage. So actual object is your house, plan is your class.
Yeah.
Okay, actual house is your object. So can you cook in the house, actual house, or can you cook in the plan?
I can cook in actual house.
Actual house. Can you sleep in the actual house or can you sleep in the plan?
I can sleep in actual house, not
Can,
in plan.
can you ride a bike which is there in the magazine, or can you ride a real bike?
Real bike.
Real bike. But without visualizing, can they create a or can they manufacture a bike?
No.
No. So that before that they will design, right? So whatever the design they will make, that is called as your class, and whatever the actual object you create is your object. Okay.
Yes.
So riding a bike is an object or bike is an object?
Bike is an object.
Riding a bike is a method, right? It's an action which we can perform on the object.
Yes.
Will you buy a bike or will you buy a ride of a bike?
I'll buy bike.
Bike, right? So what will be the new one? Will the bike will be new or will your riding on the bike will be new when you buy it?
Bike will be new.
You will be buying a new bike, not the riding of a bike, right?
Yeah.
Will you create a new bank account or will you create a new withdrawal or with deposit?
I will create a new bank account.
Bank account. You cannot create a new withdraw, new deposit,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
But on a new bank account, will you do deposit or will you can you do deposit or can you do withdrawal on a new
Yes.
bank account, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Are these different from our natural thinking? Are these different from our understanding of from the human perspective?
No.
That's why object-oriented programming is easy to use. That's why object-oriented programming is uh, what do you say? Is promoted, is popular,
Okay.
because whatever the questions I have asked, do you have to study for telling that answers?
No.
No, because our human mind can understand all those things, right? So humans will understand everything in objects. Is your laptop an object?
Yes.
Is your mouse an object?
Yes.
House?
Yes.
Your TV?
Yes.
Remote?
Yes.
Tell me what is not object? Everything we consider as an object, right?
Yes.
And
Yes.
whatever the work you do on that, you change your channel using remote.
That's method.
That's a method.
That's method.
That's a
Method.
method. You are doing an action. You are riding on a
Yes.
bike. You are cooking on in your kitchen on gas stove, for example, or you are calling somebody to your phone. All those are the actions that you perform on those methods, on those objects. So actions are called as methods.
Actions
Okay.
are called it. Yes.
Then what is attributes? Your phone is red, or your phone is iPhone,
Yeah.
or your laptop is Mac, Apple. Okay, or your
Yeah.
bank account number is 1234. All those are describing your objects, correct?
Yes.
So whatever the description you provide for an object will be your attribute. Okay. Then what
Yeah.
is constructor? Constructor means what should happen when you go and create a new object. When you create a new bank account, what will happen?
it will have its account number, it will
Yeah.
have some
They,
balance, it will have my
they,
name on that account number.
yeah, they will make a note of these information,
Yeah,
correct? Which whatever the information the constructor is telling. Okay.
yeah.
How many times a constructor can be called in a lifetime of an object? एक ही
Many
बैंक
times.
अकाउंट को आप कितने बार ओपन कर सकते हैं?
One time only.
One time. So
Bank
constructor
can
can
be
be
opened.
called only once in a lifetime of an object.
Yeah,
लेकिन कितने बैंक अकाउंट्स ओपन कर सकते हैं बैंक में?
multiple.
Any number, right?
Yeah, yeah,
So from a single bank account class, you can create any number of objects by creating new method. Okay.
yeah,
If you go to the same bank where you have bank account and you ask to create one more bank account, they'll be able to create. I don't know if you have specific rules in US, but in India you can open another bank. Okay.
yeah,
You go to HDFC, already you have an account. You again ask for one more bank account, they'll
yeah.
create.
We can.
There is
Yeah, yeah,
there is no problem. You can, they'll
yeah,
create, right?
yeah,
So if you recall the constructor or call the constructor again,
yeah.
another object will be created.
Yes.
But same object will not be created. So that's why in the um, in the lifetime of an object, how many times a constructor can be called? Only once.
Yeah,
How many times can we give birth to ourselves? I mean, how many times we have our birth happens? Only once in this lifetime, right?
yeah,
If our rebirth happens, that will be another lifetime, right? It's not the same lifetime, correct?
yeah, yeah,
So what should happen during our birth was decided by God. So the same thing will happen. But it doesn't mean that it should not happen again. It will happen, but another person will be born, right? Another
yeah,
baby will be born. The same thing.
yeah,
Constructor is also same thing. So how many times your bank account can be created? Any number of times. But the same
yeah.
bank account can be created only once.
Only once. Yeah.
Only once. Now tell me what is the difference between class and object? In the simple words itself.
I don't know. You can say. I'll.
Huh?
You say. I'll just understand.
Yeah, you tell me whatever I told, right? What is object and what is class?
So object is derived from the class.
Mhm.
It takes all the attributes which are
No, no need
uh,
of attributes methods. Whatever I gave the definitions, right? You cannot cook in the kitchen of a plan. You can cook in the
yeah,
real kitchen. That is what I'm asking. I'm not asking about Java. Tell me.
okay.
Tell me the same thing.
It's
You cannot ride a bike in the magazine, but you can ride the actual bike, right? Magazines,
yeah. So
whatever you see the
this
picture of in the
actual
magazine, it's a
plan.
class, right?
Yeah. This
Yeah.
is kind of plan that what we want to do,
Uh,
what all things we want.
mm,
Like this, if this is a plan of house, what I want in my house.
yeah,
One kitchen, one bedroom, one living room, one balcony. That's
yeah,
it.
yeah.
This is like actual kitchen where
Mm,
I'll cook,
mm,
actual balcony where I'll stand like
mm,
that.
mm. And where you can really do work in class or object?
Object.
Object,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So that's the difference. Okay, it's not.
Okay.
It's nothing new to programming language. Actually, object-oriented programming was prepared from our understanding. Okay, but if you take other languages, functional programming and all, it will be very difficult because they have created it and we have to understand it. Okay, but it
Yeah,
is not like that. Through our understanding, actually, they have created this object-oriented programming. That's why object-oriented programming is very easy. Okay? Syntaxes are okay. Syntaxes we can learn easily, but the concept is important, right? So the concept is in class we don't have the actual things. It's a imagination, it's a plan. Okay.
Yeah.
And in the object, we have actual details. Where is the actual bank account number? Is it in the object or in the class?
It's an object.
Object. Class doesn't know what is 111, right? That's why I was asking you not to put there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Now you will understand that why I am asking not to put there.
Yeah.
So why should ABC be known to class? Class doesn't know it,
Yeah.
right?
It will be part of object.
In the object.
Yeah.
And class doesn't know your balance, but your object will know the balance. Okay.
Yeah.
Now tell me, what is your object name in line number
B
6?
BA1.
Right?
Yeah.
So all the action should be done on that object or any other object. For example, if you are withdrawing your own money, will you withdraw from your bank
This
account
object
or from my bank account?
from my bank account. BA1.
If it is possible, I could have withdrawn your money, but it's not possible. They don't allow it, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So in line number 7, you did that. You can only use new with a constructor. So in line number
Yeah.
6, what is the constructor?
Bank account. This
Bank.
bank account.
Unfortunately, the constructor name and class name are same, so it's very difficult unless until we see that, right? If I say bank account, class name is also bank account, constructor name is also bank account, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. But we know that on the right hand side, whatever the bank account is there, it's the constructor name. On the left hand side, whatever the bank account is there, it's a class name,
Yes.
right? Now you say to call any method, you have to only call that method on object.
Yeah.
So what is object, right? What is the object name in line number 7?
BA1. Now I got it. How to call method C.
Dot.
Yeah. No.
Syntax is okay. I'm not
Because
bothered about syntax. Even if you forget dot, it's not a problem. Why I'm worried is actually because when you are using new, I'm worried. Okay.
I don't know why I wrote that.
No,
It
but
just
that's good
happened.
actually. I mean, we should be clarified about that. Not a problem.
Deposit doesn't want to withdraw.
It's okay. Let us call the balance. Yeah, get balance.
Get.
So deposit is taking an input parameter in the class.
Yeah.
That's why we
Yeah.
are providing that value.
500. It doesn't take any intake.
In.
So
Yeah.
no need to write.
Send anything. Okay, give semicolon. But when you hover your mouse on get balance, you can see that it is returning something.
Yeah.
It is returning.
Get balance.
Yeah, it is returning something in the type of double.
Yeah.
If you want to, if you just call that method, that will be coming and it won't be showing anywhere. Okay.
Yeah. So
If you
I
want
can
to
just put
catch that,
system.
yeah, catch that and use.
Yeah.
So before line number, I mean, at the starting of the line number 9, you have to
Yeah.
assign that to something. You can just say double x equal to.
And
Now
now
whatever is
print.
there on the left hand side, right hand side will be assigned to left hand side.
Yeah.
So that's
X will represent this thing,
correct.
and I will print X.
Exactly. So in all the programming language, whatever is there on the right hand side will be assigned to the left hand side. Whether it is in constructor, whether it is in line number 6, anywhere.
No, it's just X. Yeah.
Now you can print X.
Yeah.
Now withdraw 1500. Yeah, you can change it.
Yeah.
So why are you using plus there?
To add this value with this string.
Yeah, to concatenate.
Yeah, concatenate.
Yeah, you can give space after is.
Okay. All right. So my withdrawal method will be part of my main method. So it will go
Yeah,
like
exactly.
withdraw.
You withdraw 2000 rupees or $2000 worth.
But I totally have like 1,500 only.
Exactly. So it will go into negative balance, which should not happen. So we will
Yeah.
modify our code. We'll correct that
So
bank account code.
okay. So I withdraw only 200 just
No,
to
no.
check or no?
Withdraw 2000. Let us see whether
Okay.
it will really go into negative balance or.
Yeah. Okay. Can I use same X here or?
Yeah, you can use same X, but Java will not allow you to tell the type of a variable two times. So you can just say X equal to instead of double X in line number 13. Try that.
Just put X, right?
Yeah, because it won't allow you to tell two times. It's arrogant. It won't allow us to tell.
Get balance. Choose negative balance.
You got negative balance, right?
Next time.
Which means our bank account
Yeah.
code is not complete or it has some problems, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can go back to bank account. Do you have any rules when you have to withdraw? Do you have any rules when you have to deposit money?
No.
No, but when you are withdrawing, actually you have to put some rules.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let us
Like
put some.
amount is balance.
So in before withdrawal, you have to see whether balance is more than amount or not.
Right. So before withdrawal, I have to put it like
Yeah,
before like
inside
amount
the
is.
withdrawal method itself, before
Huh. But
really deducting the money, you
before.
have to put it.
Okay.
So for putting a condition, normally you use if.
If it,
Yeah.
yeah.
So inside if you have to put a condition, and that condition should become either true or false.
Balance is
Greater than
great amount.
amount.
If balance is greater than amount,
Or if it's a zero balance account, you can just say balance is greater than or equal to amount.
right?
Open a curly brace and yeah. So that balance equal to balance minus amount you have to remove from line number 22 and put it in line number 20.
Yeah.
And
Then
else condition also you can write. If that is not the case, we should inform him, right? Else Again curly
Yes.
brace, enter. Else will not have any condition because
Yeah.
enter, so that it will close. Because if this is not happening, then it will go to else.
Yeah.
Then here you can say insufficient balance.
This is the
You can save this and go there and execute to see if everything is really working. So it didn't really,
execute.
yeah, it
Yeah.
gave the error, insufficient balance, and nothing got reduced from the account. That's correct only, right?
Okay. Yeah.
Now you withdraw
It show the
1200
ad. Now I withdraw how much?
1200 and see. You withdraw instead of 1200, just make it as 1500 and see whether it is allowing to withdraw every rupee from our account.
Yeah. It should show a message because we have put.
No, it will allow, right?
Oh, it will allow.
Because we are allowing it to withdraw all the money. It's a zero balance account.
Yeah.
Now, okay. Now deposit 10,000 rupees. Now you have to withdraw 100 rupees for 100 times. How do you write the code?
100 rupees for that.
Huh?
I can write a loop
Yes, correct.
or
Write a loop. Let's see. Your loop should run for 100 times, right?
yeah. To 0.
You have to specify int before I, because it
Okay.
doesn't know what is I, right? What type is I?
Yeah. Yeah. Just a minute, Yamna. શું થયું તમે પેલા રૂમમાં સુવો ને and I less than 101.
No need, right? You are starting from 0. So
Yeah.
0 to 99 will become 100.
Oh yeah.
Or
0
else
is
you start from
one iteration.
whatever. Yeah. No, 100. It should be 100.
So 0,
Because if you say 100, then it will run from 99 till 99. Because I
99.
less than, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
I plus plus.
Mhm. And here I have to put.
Just press enter.
So this will deduct, but what I.
Okay.
Huh?
I think it was late for me. Your screen was late for me.
Okay.
Okay, tell me.
So now I have to print something.
No, you have
No.
to withdraw 100 rupees now inside that, right?
Yeah. So I this line number 21 and finishes at 23.
Exactly.
This is the entire loop, or it's missing something?
Nothing. That's correct. That's the loop. So
But
inside that, whatever you write,
okay.
it will run for 100 times.
Yeah.
Now
So
inside that loop, you have to no. Inside that loop, you have to withdraw, right? You're not doing anything in the loop.
yeah. That's what I'm saying. No. BA1 dot draw. Draw amount will be 100.
Hmm.
And
And after for loop, try to get the balance and see. After for loop, outside the for
yeah.
loop. Because your balance should be
Mm,
0. You are putting 10,000 and you are withdrawing also 10,000. 100 is 10,000.
it, yeah. That um, get balance and
Semicolon.
yeah. Mm,
If it's a if condition, for loop
yeah.
or method, then only
Huh.
it will be having curly braces. For all other things, it will be ending with semicolon.
Nico. Okay.
Yeah, you can see it should be having 0 balance.
Yeah. All money is
So what we have seen
withdrawal. But
today, I'll repeat. We have seen the difference
yeah.
between object and class. Okay.
Yeah.
Object is the real object on which we can perform the work, which means we can call the methods. It will be
Yeah.
having the values for the attributes like triple one, ABC, thousand, and all. Okay.
Yeah.
Whereas the class will not have real values, it only has variables. We cannot do any
Yeah.
work in a class because as we have taken examples, we cannot cook in the kitchen of a plant, we cannot ride a bike which is published on a paper. Okay.
Right.
And we have learnt
Okay.
how to use if condition, if else, and for.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
For
You keep this example ready all the time, this bank account and bank account main, bank account m.java. Okay. If you want,
okay.
you can write it on a paper. Okay.
Yeah.
And this will
Okay.
give the complete fundamental knowledge for you. If for what is the difference between class, object, and all. Okay.
Okay.
All other
Yeah.
programs we are writing because to learn more about loops and all. Okay. Because
Yeah.
most of the time they will be asking you to write that kind of crazy problems.
Yeah.
Okay. But this is important to actually answer the very fundamental questions. Okay.
Okay.
No need
Yeah.
of remembering any definitions, but you can take examples like that and tell. कुछ problem नहीं होता
Yeah.
है. They will be able to understand that you know it, right?
Yeah.